When I was asked earlier in the year we were losing games, I told guys we're defending pretty good, we're competing. We just had to clean it up a little bit. And that's what we did. And guys continue to understand concepts better. It takes time. You don't get out of bed and do things perfect. And you also have to learn how teams in your league are going to attack you. We've got pretty good coaches in this league, so they figure out a way to attack the way you play. And you got to figure out how to handle that and try and get better. But I'm proud of our guys. Iowa State's real good offensively now, and we sat down and we really tried to guard today.
I feel like we're very good defensively. I feel like we can really disrupt any offense that we face. I feel like we can make people feel like they have no choice but just to try to dribble drivers and play one-on-one, and in some ways that's what we want teams to do. And when we play like that, we can rebound and get into transition, and then we can also get open shots for the three, and our bigs have been playing well, these last 7 games.
Neither one played real well in the middle section of the game, but like seniors, Kurt gets that offensive putback, right in the middle of a run there that keeps the run going rather than getting an empty possession. And then Jake makes that crazy 3 and a couple free throws. So it's they did their jobs. We weren't great collectively, but they did their jobs when they needed to figure out a way to get a win. Jake's earned everything that comes his way. He wins and produces, and he's accountable. Whether we've won or lost, he comes out and answers your questions every single day. He's a stand-up kid. And, I wish I would have been that stand-up when I was 21 years old. I mean, how can you control your emotions if you're Jacob Pullen before that game or Curtis Kelly? How can you deal with the emotions of knowing it's the last time you play on your home court where you bust your tail every single day to get better, to represent your school, to wear that uniform, and know that, now you get out there and it's that emotional moment where that's it after today, man. We ain't playing here again. It takes some special effort to do. I mean, it's senior night. It's not one of my favorite nights because it's tough to keep the team's perspective in the right place.
I understood that it was going to be an emotional game, but at the same time, either the closer the game got, the more you get to thinking about how fast it went by. And my whole family was here, or a lot of my family is here, and it was just an emotional game. And at the same time, you gotta realize that you got a job to do and that you gotta win the game. So I was appreciative of my teammates to come out and play hard and find a way to get a W. Spur of the moment, this is the last time I was gonna play on that Power Cat. Last time it was gonna be 3 referees, a crowd full of 15,000 people in the crowd. Frank, Delonte, it was the last time I was gonna ever be able to step on that Power Cat and shoot a 3, get a rebound, get an assist, anything like that. So, it was an emotional game for me the whole game. You still thinking about it's your last game, but at the same time, you got a job to do. Like it's like anybody else, when you woke up in the morning, you realize you had a job to do, and I woke up in the morning and I realized I had a job to do. But at the same time, it was different circumstances tonight. So, like I said, Frank, everybody on that staff, they understood this was my last time playing in Bramlage, and I understood that. But at the same time, I understood I had to find a way to win.
Just, little skinny freshman, man. Continues to battle, fight, compete. He's grown so much defensively. Remember early in the year, everybody used to drive him. They'd throw the ball to his man, yo, drive him. They don't do that anymore. That's because he's gotten so much better, and he understands our concepts. And then on offense, he doesn't turn it over, man. He puts it in people's hands so they can score. And he missed some point-blank threes today that he's got to make for us. But, then he would have played a perfect game, and that's hard to do.
I think Will helped us in the game so much, and especially on the senior day, we wouldn't want to come out with a loss on the senior day. So I appreciate Will for giving his efforts and doing the things he did. And I hope he continues to play as well as he's been playing. Shane played well last game, and a lot of younger guys that was here last year, like J.O. Rod and the rest of them, is getting better and playing well. So as long as it continues, it makes us more deep, and it makes us more of a threat scoring-wise.
Devon was awesome. I should have played him earlier in the game. I should have played him in the Texas game. He's been his practice. You guys hear me talk about practice all the time. He's been phenomenal in practice, and I haven't put him in because Shane's been playing well. Well, Shane decided to go on vacation this week, so playing Devon was the right decision, and he went out there, and in the minutes he got, he performed. We don't win without Devon Peterson today. You know, he performed in a big, big way. His habits are good. You get a game opportunity. Game opportunity, you perform, then you build trust, and that's what's happened with him. I continue to develop trust in him, and you know, it's he protects that rim for us. You know, and he's more in tune with what we're doing collectively, rather than just stand there and block shots. He's actually guarding action, guarding ball screens, and he's gotten a lot better.
A mentor, you know, it's a lot of words I can use for Frank, and it's a lot of words he can use for me, but at the same time, you know, going through this 4-year process, it's just been unbelievable, the adjustments he made, the understanding person he's been, and not just to me, you know, people just see how he was to me, but to other people in that locker room, whether it be Jamar, Curtis, you know, Frank is a person of equal opportunities, and as long as he's been that person, he's been somebody that we all can rely on, because it doesn't matter the day you have. That next day he starts off with a different mentality, and it's just, you know, whoever comes in and works the hardest has a job that day. And for me, it's been something that helped my work ethic, because I know every day I have to come in and perform. And, you know, other guys are picking up on that in the locker room, and as long as he can continue that, he'll have 4-year guys that's going to continue to help this team win games.
You know, when one of your goals is to try and win the league tournament, you know, it's a lot easier to do it 3-3 than 4-4, because everyone in this league, I mean, think about it. You just saw Iowa State, who's seated number 12 in the league, and you saw what a hard game that was. It's every game in this league's hard. It's impossible to win 4 in 4 days in this league. I'm tired of people saying, what's wrong with Texas? Ain't nothing wrong with Texas. It's the Big 12, man. I hear about other leagues, the bottom teams beat the top teams, and they say, oh, it's the strength of the league. Are you kidding me? I'm tired of hearing that, man. There's nothing wrong with Texas. They've lost 3 conference games. No one in the Big East has lost 3. No one in the Big Ten's lost 2 or 3. I mean, it's league play, man. Ain't nothing wrong with their team. Wait till they get in the NCAA tournament. I'm not a prophet, but wait till they get in the NCAA tournament. I want to see who beats them. You know why I pay attention to the media? So I make sure I don't listen to anything they say. That's the same group of people that said we're the biggest disappointment in college basketball 5 weeks ago. So am I going to pay attention to that? No, winning's hard, man. Winning's hard. Winning's, because they say that doesn't make winning easier. Maybe I'm lying. Are they the same people that 5 weeks ago said we're the biggest disappointment in college basketball? So that's why I pay attention, because when they ask me the questions, I remember. They can't trick me.
Would you want to face your own defense?
Winning's hard, man. Winning's hard. That's all I'm going to tell you. Winning is hard. You got to be good every day so you can win. And see, what we're getting ready to face right now, it's a different bird than what we've been dealing with for the last 6 months. Right now, we go to Kansas City. Next time we don't win, it's done. And then we sit down on Sunday and hope. And then you go on from the next one, and the next time it doesn't work out, you're done, and there's not another practice. So it's a different set of emotions, different season, but, you know, winning's just hard. I don't care who you play. I've said it from day one. When people ask me, what's your goal? Our goal is to compete for the Big 12 championship. If we can put ourselves in that conversation, then we're good enough to beat anyone else in the country. And that's how we look at it. You know, if we can line up like we did last year, we lined up and played for the Big 12 championship. We didn't get it. But that lets you know then you can line up and beat anyone else that's out there. That's because of the strength of this league.
When you play against a team that's getting better, then it's hard to match up against them, man. Hopefully it continues. We continue to work, continue to grow, listen to Frank, and everything else going to take care of itself, in my opinion.
Understand that, you know, we're hot right now. Understand that we feel like we could beat anybody in the country. But at the same time, you know, you got to understand that it's a new season and you can't afford to lose any games, you know. even though we're playing our best basketball, you got to understand that any night, you can't afford to play bad basketball because your season could be over with now, and that's just for the Big 12 and then for the NCAA tournament.
Last year we had a great crowd there, and it really helped us to play basically home games in the Sprint Center. So, coming into this week, we expect the same thing. Anytime we played in the Sprint Center, we had a great crowd. So, we got to treat it like a home game and protect our home court there.